Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Myranda Love, CEO and founder of Ninja Growth Strategies, here on today's Expert Spotlight with our featured guest and client, Rhonda Pitman. Welcome, Rhonda.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hi, great. Thank you so much. So glad that you can join us and shine the spotlight on you today. So if you could please briefly tell us about your business and everything. That sounds awesome.
I work with startup founders and early stage CEOs, especially I tend to work with women and helping them to streamline their businesses and get ready for growth, raising capital, or preparing to sell their businesses. So it's kind of, for them, it can be a longer term process, but there are many things that have to be set up in the process that I work with them to achieve.
Awesome. A lot of work I know that goes into the work that you do there with your clients. So if you could, if you briefly kind of let me know how long that you have been at this and what was taking place in your business before we met.
I've been working for myself as a consultant kind of in this capacity for about 6 or 7 years. And it's evolved over time. So for a while, I was an interim COO, really helping people very functionally deal with issues in their business. And then that evolved to more like fundraising and financial sort of review and building models and going out and raising capital. And most recently, I had some changes. I actually took a full-time job for about a year, and I left that in December. And I started working immediately, like literally the next day, with a client who sort of fits the mold of what I'm looking for. And I've realized over the last few months working with this client, like, here are the things that work for me and here are the things that don't work for me. So I only have a finite amount of time that I can apply myself to any issue or problem. And I think that ultimately what I want for myself is flexibility, but I also want my clients to really understand the value that they're getting. And so I've been really thinking so much in the last 3 to 4 months about how do I create perceived value for my clients that they really understand, and I can keep bringing them back to, this is the purpose of why we're working together, and this is what you wanted, and yeah, we're dealing with this hard thing, but here's why. And I also really wanted them to feel like the money that they're spending is a real value to them, and that like it's my time is being valued, and I'm balancing it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for that. I remember you were saying that you were doing about 20 hours of work with that one client, but if that one client kind of goes down or something like that, how else are you going to do it? And you're ready to also be able to, you were getting your clients kind of there locally as well from referrals, as a lot of our clients have. The ones that have survived to the level that you have, 5 to 7 years or 7 years in it, then you've been getting clients, but some of them don't even make it that long, but from referrals. And so can you just kind of talk to me a little bit about that and why you were kind of wanting to transition to more of the reaching clients online using LinkedIn, and also maybe we're transitioning into an evergreen coaching program model as opposed to just straight up consulting work as well?
Sure. I think so. That's kind of like a multifaceted question. So I'll kind of like take it by piece. So I think that relying on my network and working within my network to get clients has been phenomenal. It's always very warm. There's always someone who needs help, who has questions they need answers to, and they're always willing to refer me around. But I think that if I'm working with a small number of clients, let's say 1 to 3 clients, then it's a huge risk for me at all times, because if I lost any one of them, it would really be a huge financial impact. And then I think that the other thing is working with a small number of clients means that like I'm limited, right? So I can't do more work. So I think that wanting to expand beyond that, take on more people, and like I mentioned earlier, like being able to create more value with my time is what I'm looking at. And I think that having like a fresh funnel of new people that I don't know who have like new questions, or maybe they're old questions, I start to see things in a more templated fashion. So how do we like address these common issues always? And then how do we put it into like a format or formula where we get 70 or 80% of it? And then we have these one-on-one pieces to really like work individually with the specific clients and what they're going through in their business. And I think that's appealing to me. I think it overall will take less time and I can work with more people, and that's kind of exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, I know it is exciting. Rhonda is about, let's see, she's just started week 2 of our big leap year program. It's a 8-week coaching program where I help business coaches be able to find their expertise and be able to get more leads and traffic and high ticket clients, be able to convert high ticket clients from cold traffic the exact same way that we do, the way that Rhonda and I met, and that she joined our program and other clients as well, using the exact same steps and systems. And you submitted over your outline for your program. We're helping to also create that evergreen program, and we're getting ready in our coaching call today right after this to really go through that in more detail. It looks super awesome, and I know that you'll be able to really serve the women and the ladies and the executives and CEOs that you're working with and help them either deal with before kind of leading up to explosive growth or after explosive growth, and really let your expertise shine. So I'm super excited about that. So what was it kind of, how did you find out about me and our strategies that we use here at Ninja Growth Strategies to help business coaches?
I think on LinkedIn. Funny you should mention LinkedIn. I think that, I don't know if maybe I had put some things on my profile that probably showed up for you in your search. So in like your funnel and the tools that you use, which I'm just starting to learn about, I probably popped up. I think I got a request from you. And then in that request, I looked at your profile and I thought, oh, this looks cool. I'll sign up for the webinar, learn more about it. And it was just really great timing. And I felt, and I talked to you about it when we actually spoke, that I was really wanting to take some action. So I think that it aligned for me in that it was really about getting results. It wasn't like, oh, this is like coaching and talking you through like your blocks and like personal things. This is really like action oriented and creating a funnel of business and getting you to the point that you can do that. And so that was very, very appealing to me.
Awesome. Well, that is exactly walking our talk, using the exact same strategies that we use, that we teach our clients, is the exact way that we attract 99. Well, I do get some from referrals as well, and sometimes a couple of different other things that we use, but the strategies that we teach 100% is the free traffic strategies that we use on LinkedIn. And we are going to be dialing in your targeting. You're going to know all our secrets here in the program starting this week right now, with how to target your client as well, and exactly how we found you. With that. So with that, I know that why did you decide to work with me? I know that you were looking for somebody, but there was also another coach that you had some referrals for. So what kind of was ultimately the deciding factor why you wanted to work with me in NinjaGrowth Strategies?
I think timing played a big part in it. Like I was ready, like to just start working towards something. And then talking to you, I thought you were like really vibrant and dynamic and fun. So that's appealing. And then really, like I said, just that this was very results oriented and going through a very clear-cut process. And I could tell like from the first time we spoke, like, oh, the process that you are using is the one that you're going to teach me. So it's not doing this thing over here that's totally outside of what you're actually doing. So to me, that means it's real, it's proven, it's tangible. Yeah,
the proof that it works is right there. We actually got using some of the email strategies. We use LinkedIn messaging, and then we also use at the last part of it, we help y'all kind of implement the email strategies that we use as well. And I got 9 calls booked within 72 hours from one email. I sent one to my actual list, and I got 4 calls booked, I think, with that. And then I sent it Monday morning at about 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, to my LinkedIn connections. And I hadn't been doing them as frequently as I usually do, and that I teach into. Now we're scaling, and have a new sales team is working with us as well. But I got 7 calls booked. I mean, after that, with that one, wow. I got 5 in the next, like that morning, within the first like 2 hours, and then I got 2 more from that same kind of one trickled in later that day and the next day. And so, wow, that's exactly using the exact same strategy and the LinkedIn messaging as well. I mean, we consistently get that way. The way that you came through the funnel. So I'm excited for what it is that we're going to be to do with you. I know that you're just getting started, but speaking about that, since you're kind of just getting started, you've gone through week 1, and we've got you that clarity is what you were needing to get, and now we're getting ready to really blast off your growth and everything like that here starting now. And so what has been the most helpful for you so far?
I think that all the tools that are provided. So there's, videos and downloads, and there's just this toolkit. So every step of the way, if I start getting in my own head about like, I don't know what to do here, I just, like I was telling you, I think the other day, like I just go to the process and I just go to those steps and say, okay, I'm going to just dump something out of my brain and put it into this process. And so that's really been the most helpful thing for me. And it's enabled me to like keep moving quickly through this, because I know part of what you want is for people to keep moving. Don't get stuck.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's been immensely helpful.
Wonderful. Yeah. And you are keeping right on track. So I'm excited about that. I always love it. That's why I do have the roadmap, and I'm actually implementing even more things into it. I'm going to give y'all kind of fun gold stars for completing things as you go. And without a doubt, that's why I work with a business coach as well, because we all have so many different ideas and we have so many fears, and we think, oh, this is great, I'm going to go on that direction. And then, oh, why didn't I hit my goals this last 3 months? Oh, because instead of doing that one thing that had been working for me, I went off and I was doing that now. Okay. Just to keep me on track and to keep me focused and to make sure that I am continuing up level my business, so that way I can be better for my own business, but for my clients, as well is what it is that why I want to do all that sort of stuff, walk my talk too with it. So with everything that you have got, kind of going on, and I'm excited about working with you. So would you then kind of right now, if somebody else was maybe considering, either they're new in their business or new in their coaching business, or either even considering leaving the workplace and starting a business coaching or consulting business with their expertise, and I'm talking about experts, or somebody that is looking to really they tap their warm network like you have been doing, and looking to kind of take things online and automate and get more flexibility and freedom and fun in their business. Would you, if they were considering something right now, or maybe looking at a coaching program or a coaching certification program, or even some other marketing or things with Facebook ads, just knowing what you know right now, would you recommend them to kind of at least check out our webinar or talk with us, or what would you say?
Of course. I mean, if it aligned, I would recommend that they have a conversation with you and ask questions and see if it aligns with how they want to work, and if they really believe and know that they're an expert at one thing. Absolutely. I feel really empowered just having made the decision and starting to work on it. So I can imagine that it would feel fantastic for anyone who is really thinking about it and wanted to create a structured program.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, good. It is very empowering whenever you invest in yourself and actually take that action and committing to it, because this is something like, it's not like, oh, an info product, or it's not something that you'll just kind of, let it linger and linger and linger. You joined this program because you wanted a specific action at the end of, 8 weeks or at the end of 8 weeks, get your funnel up and going, in 10 weeks, we work with you there to make sure a little flexibility, to make sure it gets dialed in and optimized. But that's what it is that you wanted. And you invested in it, you committed in it, because you're committed in what it is that you're doing, and you took action into making this your new reality. So congratulations and kudos to you for that, because everybody doesn't have the balls, is what I say, to man up or lady up, right, and do that. So
yeah.
Well done. I'm excited to see what's going to be coming up for you. And so I know right now you have been at this for a while. And so we're in the initial stages with getting things set up. But if there's another a CEO, a female CEO that's out there, and she is either wanting to kind of really scale her business and get ready for explosive growth. I know I had my little thing. It's funny, this little thing called this poopery. I don't know if y'all remember what it is, but I watched an interview. I think it was with Marie Folio. Here, I got sidetracked. I watched a video with Marie Folio not too long ago, and the lady, I can't think of her name, with poopery, and she said that they did this one commercial. Like, she had tried a bunch of things, and even had to file bankruptcy after one of them, and this and that, and she had tried a bunch of things, but then she did that one video, and it ended up like really they had all these back orders, and she said it took her they had explosive growth, and it took her like 3 years to get where she could just kind of breathe again. So if somebody, is in that stage, and you want to take your product or your business, whatever it is you got going on, to that next level, you're going to be hitting explosive growth, or you just had something really happen like that did, and it worked out, and you're like, oh crap, what do I got to do now? I've got to be the CEO. I need to get things going and get ready to go. So if they wanted to reach out to you now, how can they reach you right now, Rhonda?
Well, LinkedIn is always great. And then just emailing me, which is rhonda.pitman@gmail.com. And
Awesome.
Rhonda
And
with
there's
an
one
H.
T in there, right?
One A, or there's an H in Rhonda and one T in Pitman. And yeah, hit me up, talk to me. I love to share stories and hear what people are doing and what, kind of sharing battle scars and wounds too. It's always fun. Nice to connect with people about what it's like to try to build something.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree. It is really cool. And once you finish the steps, and this week we'll actually have your automated booking funnel up, and then we'll be able to drop that link. People can go right there and book a call on your calendar, the way that we do. And here in the next couple of weeks, you'll have your webinar, your web class, so that way, and you have that up and automated, and you'll be able to tell people to go to that. So we'll have those exciting things coming for you in the next couple of weeks here. So it is a fast-paced boot camp, but I'm very picky about the people that I bring on and make sure that they are true experts, and they are really, whether they have defined their one thing or not, that's what it is that we help them with. And actually, if you want to know more about what we do, or get a little bit more thought about the ways that you can grow your business using LinkedIn and reach more cold traffic as a business coach, what I would recommend for you to do is actually check out that web class that Rhonda talked about, that she watched. It's at NinjaGrowthStrategies.com, and that again is at NinjaGrowthStrategies.com, and that's a free web class that it will help you be able to see how you can make your first 6 figures online this year using LinkedIn as a business coach. So go ahead and visit that. And if you are ready to go ahead and speak with us, and you'd like to speak with me or my team here at Ninja Growth Strategies, our team of business experts and coaches, if you could go to NinjaGrowthStrategies.com/growth, and you will be able to schedule an appointment there with us. Our calendar was booked, as I was just saying. We actually had 12 calls this week already, and we only have room for 10. So we squeezed in 2 follow-ups, so two other ones in there. Somehow we made things work, but I can't always promise that we can do that. So it's full right now, but we are just a couple of slots open, I think for next week, or maybe even one for tomorrow we squeezed in. But anyways, NinjaGrowthStrategies.com/growth. If you want to help defining your clarity and see what this would look like for you, go ahead and book a call to speak with us, and be sure to check out that web class too. And it's been my pleasure being here and shining the spotlight on Rhonda. We'll be watching her journey and seeing more to come from her, and definitely be promoting and letting you know when you can get her web class as well. So thank you again for joining us, Rhonda.
Thanks, Myranda. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Thank you. And we will see you here in just a few minutes in the coaching calls. Excited to help you further with that. And it's Myranda Love with Ninja Growth Strategies signing out. Bye. Bye.